This is a genre.
Welcome, Dragonsworn, Whitecloaks, anybody that's found the channel. I am the Prophet of the Dragon. I am joined today with I guess it's not really fair to say, but the third White Cloak to join my channel to do some stuff. We got Alex Green here. How you doing, Alex?
Doing well. Thanks for the invite, Prophet.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Glad to have you. We're gonna hopefully get a full White Cloak stream going on this channel here at some point, and just maybe not as drunk and disorderly as you guys are used to, but we'll do our best, I guess. Uh, so I asked Alex here today because they dropped this deleted scene on Twitter. This deleted scene that popped up, and I'm gonna go ahead and start playing it because it's a lot of I guess I don't know. What do you got? I can see it's probably one of the better things they did to remove this scene because it's a lot of nothing. I guess. What do you think? I don't know.
Well, this is half of the. So this is an abridged version of the scene. It was originally all 5.5 minutes of both the river scene and this. So they were going to dunk her in the pond, paint her, and then push her in the river.
Right. So
So
because that's exactly what we need is more Egwene because Egwene's the main character, right? So we need as much Egwene as we can muster, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have been a 5.5 minute introductory Egwene scene right after the prologue, in which we learned absolutely nothing about her character. Like, people are going to talk about how amazing this is, and the response to that is always, did it advance the plot? No. Did it tell us anything about any character? No.
No. No, and it makes and on top of it all, it makes no sense. Like in terms of story wise, there's no reason that this should be even happening. Like it just I just got done reading The Great Hunt too, which doesn't really have anything to do with this, but she should be leaving the Two Rivers as a child. This whole thing should not be happening. This is all to just give her more like I guess make her into this unbroken character faster than intended. I guess I don't know. What do you think about that?
No, I think you're 100%. I think when you watch this first episode, Rafe Judkins literally celebrates her in like three separate scenes. They legitimately have an Egwene is great scene here when they push her in the river and she makes it, and then when she comes back into the barn and everybody claps for her.
Yeah, it's amazing that this is what's been like. I guess I say it's probably the best thing they did to take it out. We saw obviously they used some of the footage for some of the promos, but it's like the fact that they've spent this much time uh just wasting time. I like this is all like we've gone over it a million times. You guys are doing your rewatch on the White Cloaks channel. I still may do a recap of all the time wasted in these episodes, but the fact that this is even here, this is another 2 minutes and 25 seconds of Egwene accomplishing nothing. Basically, just hey, you're a grown up now, right? And Egwene is great because you know we all know Egwene is the main character of the Wheel of Time. Maybe besides for Moraine, there's a little bit of a fight there. The Wheel of Time show. I don't know. I don't know if it's Moraine or if it's Egwene at this point. What do you think? I'm going to play a little bit more. We got the speech coming. I don't know if you want to.
I think purely by volume of lines, it's Moraine, but when it comes to like who the show likes more, I think the show likes Egwene more.
I don't understand the choice here to just and that's the only I've repeated it several times, but thank God they removed this. It would have. I mean, it just baffles me that this scene is even made. Right? Why is this here?
Yeah,
Like, go
if
ahead.
if you close your eyes and if I was paid to be their lore expert and justify this scene, my response would be, well, it's a leftover tradition from Manatharin, and Manatharin had an Aes Sedai queen at one point.
Yeah, it's like you see them pouring this goo. I guess it's paint. Well, we're gonna call it goo because I like the word goo better. But why are they pouring colored goo into a freaking sauna? Like, why? Like, can you tell me why? I don't understand. I mean, I know they want to get their visual, and it's got to we're using all the Aes Sedai Aja colors here, but they don't care. They don't care about that. That's not important to them in the Two Rivers. The Ajas and the White Tower, they don't give two craps about that, or they shouldn't. So, is this purely? You think it's purely for this visual shot that comes up that they freaking don't use?
Yes, I purely think this was for the visual shot, and I think this was, classic Judkins thinking that what everybody cared about when reading the Wheel of Time was the Aes Sedai, the Aja, and the house politics. That's
Right,
why the opening intro is the weaving of the Aes Sedai circle.
right.
Uh, I mean, that's what he thinks people care about, and he could not be more wrong.
It's yeah, because it's absolutely ridiculous because it's like I think the politics part of this whole thing is the worst part of it. Is it has to be in there at points, but that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the boys, right? And to the girls to an extent, right? I mean, the girls have interesting, character development, but this is all just like blowing farts up our, sniffing our farts and being like, "Ooh, look at this," right? And I have to say that I remember when we saw. Let's get to the point where she jumps out of the water here, but I remember that when this trailer came out, right? We all had, at least I don't know if you guys did. We hadn't met at that point, but my speculation was, and I think I said it was, maybe this is a dream. Maybe this is a foreshadowing for anybody that's read the books that knows some of Egwene's story. Maybe this is her. Maybe this is them delving into a dream, and that was what I was speculating before I found out that they don't care about any of the lore or the books or anything. I was like, maybe this is just we're dipping our toe into Egwene having, uh, the ability to foretell in dreams, right? That that's so much better than what it is, right? I mean, what do you think? I mean, I think I don't think there's any doubt that would have been better than this is just the you're a woman ceremony. So is this post or pre shove into a stream off of a waterfall to potentially kill her? What do you think?
So this is pre, and the reason you know it's pre is because when they shove her into the waterfall, her like nylon nightgown is stained from the paint. They didn't get her a new nightgown before they shoved her in the river.
You're much more observant than me because I didn't notice that. I guess I at that point I was sort of shaking my head, going, "I've watched 5 minutes of this, and none of it reminds me of Wheel of Time at all." Right?
Yeah,
So I think this is probably all of this nonsense is for this shot right here.
yeah,
I think it's all
and
for that.
it's even funnier if you know the backstory to this because the pilot script that Judkins and Red Eagle Media pitched to Sony, Nynaeve didn't pour in red paint.
Uh-oh.
She slit the throat of a crippled baby lamb, and that's the blood is where they got the red color from. That's what Judkins pitched to Sony, and then Sony passed on to Amazon.
Plus a much more interesting Edmonds Field in scene, right? We're not going into that, but uh
Right?
but don't you think I'm so like I think I think that's the shame of this whole thing is I actually think this scene could work if they did it as her dreaming. I
Yeah,
think
if they did it
there's
as
something to do there,
yeah.
right? Do you agree or disagree? What do you think?
If they had done this scene in 4 years from now as a foreshadowing of, I'm
What
assuming
happens
we
with the
can do,
Gwen?
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
spoilers at this point. We're spoilers. If
yeah.
you don't
If
want to
this
know what happens to Egwene, click away for a minute.
Yeah, if they had done this scene as a foreshadowing of her becoming the Amerlin, like awesome.
Right.
Okay. I
Yeah.
would still think it was kind of a weird way to do it, but I would at least just kind of be like,
I
you know,
mean, it's a weird way to do it, but I even would have been okay with them sort of having a snippet of that in the first season somewhere, like where Rand is having dreams of Balsamon. Maybe she has some weird dream like this. It can be worked in there in a creative way, but this is just you are a strong whammon, and here's some paint, because there's seven Ajas that use colors, and yeah, I'm gonna hold my chin up, and I'm better than all the boys. I am the best. Uh, I'm going to be the dragon at some point. I still am banking on that. You're gonna that multi-headed dragon's line was not put in there for no reason. I will put money that they call her dragon at some point. I don't know. Maybe I'm going out on a limb there. What do you think? And then you may actually see me tear this faux red hair out because I will lose it. Do you think that's what they're doing? Do you think that's going to happen or no? You think I'll go crazy?
No, I think what they're going to do is I think they're just going to vastly downplay the power of the dragon, and that the dragon is only going to be able to do anything because he's having his hand held by the Aes Sedai.
Yeah, so actually being led, like he tries to not be his whole the thing he's trying to accomplish the whole series is not to be controlled by the Aes Sedai. So you think that the Aes Sedai controlling him is going to be what makes him a good dragon or not?
100%. I can guarantee you there's going to be two. The show's not going to make it that far. I still maintain it's going to get canceled after two.
I
Um,
think we're going for at least.
really?
I think we're going for. They need content. They need content. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I foresee several instances where Moraine and Egwene and Nynaeve tell Rand to do something, and it doesn't make any sense, but it sounds good, and Rand's going to do the logical thing. And because the writers hate him, it's not going to work out, and then he's going to get yelled at and diminished.
Yeah. No, I think that's yeah, of course. Every opportunity they can, they're going to diminish Rand, and it's not even going to be like them calling him a woolhead. He's just going to be stupid. He's just going to be stupid. It's not like them going, "Oh, you're acting stupid," and he's just being a little bit stubborn, and he's might be right. It's just, uh, "You're stupid, Rand al'Thor." It's like, yeah, I guess I am. What
Probably.
probably, yeah. What do you think I should do?
I'll go sit in the corner with my mouth open with Perrin.
I'm gonna go sit. I'm gonna go sit in Fall May all season 2 and wait for you guys exploring my dark side. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. Well, that's for another video stream, whatever. But I don't know. I do have to say I will stand by. Good job not putting this in the show.
Yes, you should have kept the entire scene, not just this portion of the scene.
Wipe out that whole scene and give me some more Rand. Wipe out all of this women raising her to womanhood and letting her braid her hair. She should have left the Two Rivers a scared little girl with you know adventure on the mind and I guess scared little girl is not fair. Adventure on the mind and just being curious and curiosity sort of driving her, right? That scared little girl is not fair, but
Well,
um,
I think scared little girl is fair, but I'm going to say scared little girl, but brave enough and ambitious enough to overcome those fears.
there you go. I think
You know,
that's very fair because I think Egwene, yeah, I think that's fair because I think I know Egwene gets a little bit of hate. I like her until well, I like her for the most part. Oh, almost in the books. But that's again another discussion. So, any last thing to say about this? I know you said that there might be potentially another deleted scene out there coming out. If it is, I'll take a look at that too. Maybe with you again. We'll see. But anything to say before we wrap this one up? Just a nice little short one to take a look at this piece of garbage.
yeah, just this is, if anybody says that Rand is not just a complete loser, 6 of 8 Rand has 8 conversations in the first episode. 6 of the 8 are either about or to Egwene, and of the 2 that aren't, he has less than 4 lines combined in the other 2.
Yep.
This is 100% the Egwene show, and there's no disputing that fact.
Yep. I mean, right after you get the terrible prologue, you go right to Egwene. I think it's pretty clear from the start. That's who they want to be the main. I think then they're going to force her right out front. I stand by that, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. So, yeah. So I appreciate you joining me here, Alex, for this quick one. Uh, check out Alex with Dane and Pips on the Whitecloaks YouTube channel. They're doing their rewatch. I will be joining them soon for Super Saiyan Nynaeve here soon, I hope. You know, because Nynaeve is you know
Also the
magical
quickest.
and she's the best, and you know she can do healing bubbles like nobody else without any type of training or anything. Yeah. Uh, yeah, so look forward to that. Check them out, give them a sub, and yeah, so that's it for this video. And I appreciate you guys all checking out. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, the membership tab is open. I'm still figuring out what I'm doing with that, but if you want to become a channel member, become a official Dragonsworn, go ahead and check that out too. But until then, thanks for watching, and all hail the Lord Dragon.
Yep.